Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners. Welcome to the Transformational Soul Show with your host, Ruth Soltman. Are you ready to experience more stability in your life? You can change your life and be who you are meant to be, your authentic self.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Transformational Soul. My name is Ruth Soltman, and I'd like to welcome you if you're here for the first time, and welcome back if you've been here before. I want to thank everybody for your continued support for me and the show, and please continue to like, share, subscribe, and participate. Goldylocks Productions are also available now on Rumble. We're live on Rumble as well, and our videos are also available afterwards on Vimeo. So you can check them out there as well as YouTube, and this show is also on Facebook. There's a few that are, not all of them are on Facebook, but there are a few that are. And I want to remind everyone that my new book, The ABCs of Unconditional Love, is now available on Amazon. And you can also get that in a Kindle store. So if you have Kindle Unlimited, you can go on there and read it for free. So that's pretty cool. So I want to remind everybody that I have extended my Reiki offer for August. And what that offer is that my sessions are based on a love donation only. There's no set fee. So you can pay any amount and schedule a Reiki session with me. So, get a hold of me and let's get that appointment made, because we're running out of time here. Today is the 18th. So there's not that many more days left in the month. So next month, it'll just go back to the regular set fee. So, get a hold of me so we can get you a session scheduled. I know a couple people have. I'm real excited about that because they're coming up this next week. So I'm real excited about that. So I want to let you guys know that next week I have a special guest, and it's Stacy Erickson. If you're not familiar with Stacy, she does have a show on Goldylocks Productions called Stacy and Company. She has taken some time off, but she has agreed to come on and be my special guest next week. And Stacy's really awesome. She's an inspirational medium and animal intuitive, and she connects to your higher self while delivering messages from other realms. She does these really awesome unicorn and dragon readings. So we're going to see if we can get her to do some of those. They're really a lot of fun. I want to say a very happy anniversary to my daughter Amanda and her husband Chris, and a very happy birthday to my granddaughter Charlotte, who will be turning 5 on Friday. So lots of stuff going on, I guess. So do you guys journal? Do you write down your thoughts and, keep track of all of that? Because if you journal, maybe perhaps one day you want to turn that into a book, or maybe you are writing a book. And writing a book can be very overwhelming. You're not sure where to start. You're not sure what to do once you get it finished. But good news, because this Saturday I'm doing my first master class, and it is all about how to self-publish your book. And I'm going to talk to you about how you can get it, like what platforms, how you can get it, published. I'm going to talk to you about how you set up your book, what needs to go in your book, and all of that. So it's going to be a really great class, and it's coming up this Saturday. So it's only a few days away. So you need to go ahead and get signed up for that. And I know Tiffany will put the link in the website, in the comments, I'm sorry. And I've also posted about it on Facebook. So, check that out. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and you'll get plenty of time to ask your questions. So, that'll be really great. Hi, Joyce. Nice to see you. I'm so happy you're here. How are you doing today? I've noticed, I'm not going to lie, all of this energy that's been coming in lately has really been kicking my butt. And it's probably been a month or two for me that I've been really feeling it. I feel it from the time I wake up. I can feel it like, I don't know, it goes from butterflies in my stomach to just feeling like energy is swirling all around me. And, it can be really, really intense. So I noticed this last week, the last couple of weeks, I've been really, really tired. I have been very low energy. And it seems like everything that I do, it's like, it just takes such a huge physical effort to do it. And last week was absolutely the worst that I've had so far. And I can kind of feel I'm coming out of it more. So what I'm feeling like is that the energy is finally starting to, commingle with my own energy. And that's why I'm starting to feel better. So I'm just wondering if, what you guys have been experiencing with all of this energy. I've been going to bed earlier and, trying to take better care of myself, drinking a ton of water, which really seems to help. But I have been going to bed earlier, but I'm not falling asleep when I go to bed. I'll still lay there, sometimes till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, but I still get up at the same time in the morning. So even though I'm resting, I'm not really getting good sleep. And I've noticed too, I've been having a lot of very active dreams, which always makes me wake up really tired. So I'm just wondering, what's going on with you guys with all of this new energy and this energy exchange. And I'm wondering, if what you guys are experiencing, are you having the same kind of issues? Is it something completely different? I know some people have said they're getting kind of lightheaded, kind of like headaches, queasy stomachs. And that can all be from the energy because it's very intense energy right now. So just let me know, what's going on with you guys and how you've been feeling with all of that. Hi, Tama. Nice to see you. Hi, Sarah. Sarah says she has been so extra tired lately. Oh, Joyce too. That's exactly how I've been feeling. Just like, if I just sat on the couch the whole day and night, I don't think I would really care. I don't, but I do try to rest a little bit during the day when I can. Not necessarily sleeping, but I am finding that just resting and, putting my legs up a little bit, it seems to help. But I really feel like I passed over the hurdle last week, that I got to that peak point and now it's going to start getting better. And that would be really great because I've been feeling kind of unproductive lately. And, I don't like that. I always like to, do things and keep things moving. Hi, Anita. Nice to see you. Oh, Sarah, thank you so much for your super sticker. That is awesome of you. And for those of you that don't know, if you want to make a donation, it's not anything that's, required. But if you want to make a donation, you can do so if you are on Facebook or Rumble via Venmo, the Venmo app, or here on YouTube, you can do it via the super sticker and super chat. And, that money does go to help keep, my portion of the show going. So thank you for that. Let's see. We've got some more comments here. Tama says, same here. Tired, headache, dreaming a lot, not sleeping much. Exactly. That's exactly what I've been going through. And, and I wrote about this in my book, Metamorphosis A Journey of the Soul. As I was going through my spiritual awakening, I had a lot of these same symptoms, especially the dreams. The dreams would be so intense, but most of the time when I woke up, I could not remember them. And it's pretty much like that now. I'll wake up during the middle of the night and I'll kind of get a little feel of what's going on in my dream. But then when I wake up in the morning, I don't have any memory of it. But I know when I wake up really tired or, my hair looks like I stuck it in the electrical socket, I know that it's because I was tossing and turning and dreaming all night. So now I'm kind of feeling like, this is kind of maybe I'm going like leveling up, maybe some more stuff is going to fall away and some, better stuff is going to move in. So I feel like it's a really good thing. It's kind of like a purging, a cleansing. So I can't really complain about that because, that's a very positive thing. Now, before the show, I did pick a few cards here, and I've been thinking the last few days about the intense energy and how people are manifesting things so much faster. So I was thinking to myself of the ways, that we try to manifest, or that we do manifest. And, sometimes we use affirmations. Sometimes we do a vision board. And mostly I've been thinking about the affirmations. They say that it takes 3 weeks to create a new habit. So if you say your affirmations even like 3 times a day for 3 weeks, it's going to become, it's not going to be it's going to be a habit. It's going to be something you just automatically do without thinking. Just like, you get up in the morning and first thing you do is you go to the restroom. And we do that without even thinking. We just do it. It's automatic. And that's how it is with the affirmations. So the cards that I drew before the show have absolutely beautiful affirmations. And they're talking about planting seeds. And this is just information, for everyone. And it says, seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul. And I just think that is just so beautiful. Seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul. And not just seeds of grace, but there are plenty of seeds that you are planting in your soul right now. We're all moving forward on our spiritual paths. We are all learning to love ourselves. And that was another card that came up, because 3 actually turned over when I was shuffling. It says, I accept and love myself. And I like this picture because, these are different ways you can, spoil yourself. Flowers, gifts for yourself, just being extra nice to yourself. And, sometimes it's very hard to accept and love ourselves. Ooh, I've got Melissa's burps over here. It's hard. We see all of our flaws. We see all of the things that maybe we didn't do that we should have done. And we see all of the things that we did do that maybe we shouldn't have done. But all of those things are what make you you. Some people may have had some horrendous thing that happened in their life, or that they did to someone else, let's say. But when you look back over your life, it's just a little teeny tiny pin dot on the map of your life. So it doesn't even matter. We have to accept ourselves completely and whole for everything that we are. That's how we love other people, right? We don't care if somebody, we love unconditionally. Let's take our children, for example. There's nothing in the world that my children could do that I would not love them. So we have to turn that around on ourselves. There's absolutely nothing in the world that I could do that I would not love myself. We have to feel that same kind of unconditional love for ourselves. It's very crucial to our human, growth and evolution in this world. And we have to stand firm. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Devin. Devin says, hello, Ruth and Tiffany. Love to you and all the beautiful people who are enjoying your show. Well, thank you, Devin. I'm really glad you could be here. And this says, I am noble, brave, and strong. And we have to be brave in order to navigate, our journey. We have to be able to, put aside any fears or apprehensions that we may feel, because fear can be absolutely paralyzing, and it can keep you stuck and stagnant forever if you let it. But we have to push past the fear, no matter how big or small it is. Most of the time we fear and worry about things that never ever happen. It's all in our mind. And a lot of the time it's not even something that, it's just, I'm not really sure why we get like this, but we have to put that fear aside and be brave and courageous and do it anyway. That's what being brave means. It doesn't mean that you're not afraid. It's that you step out and do it even though you are. Even though you are. There's people have lots of different fears, for different reasons. And um, the important thing is that we work on overcoming them. Devin says, believe in yourself. You are your only judge. That's right. That is right. We only have ourselves. Nobody else, we can't expect someone else to love us unconditionally if we don't love ourselves unconditionally. We teach people how to treat us. We teach people and show people how to love us. And if we don't have that love and that respect and that kindness for ourselves, we can't really expect other people to have it for us. So many people will say, oh, I need someone to complete me. You are complete. Maybe you want someone else in your life to enhance what you already feel, but you don't need anyone to complete you. You are already whole. You're already 100%. Don't forget that. I can just remember that, like when I was young. Oh, it's my other half. No, you're whole. You're not a half. You are whole. And I think a lot of people nowadays are starting to realize this more and more. I really do. Maybe not people that when they're really young, but as you get older, you see the world a lot differently. You've got a lot of life experience. Your perspective has changed. You've opened up and, learned new things and realized new things. And a couple other cards that I pulled before the show too. This is Archangel Raziel coming to you with spiritual understanding. And, so many of us now are on this journey, and all these things are now being revealed to us. It says, I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. We're broadening our horizons. We're learning new things. We're stepping out of our comfort zone. We're figuring out exactly what we believe. Because sometimes, throughout our life, we've been led to believe things based on what other people have told us, based on how we were raised, based on the friends that we hung out with, based on other people's fears. And, we're starting to realize that now. So many of the beliefs that, I thought I had 20 years ago were not mine. And it wasn't until I started my spiritual journey that I started to realize this. And then I started to really, figure out what I believed, why I felt that way. I realized that a lot of the things, and I'm not knocking anybody who was raised, in a religious family or, anything like that. Our parents did the best that they knew how to do. They were very ingrained in all of their beliefs by their parents. And back then, you did pretty much, it was like you followed your family no matter what. But now, as the time's gone by more and more, we're starting to be more individual in our thought processes, more individual in our beliefs. And we're figuring it all out for ourselves. Spirituality is an individual thing. It's not, a group. I don't consider it a group concept. I consider it something very personal to me, my spirituality and what my beliefs are. And my beliefs may not be your beliefs, and that's fine. Everyone is entitled to what they believe. The only thing is you have to make sure it is what you believe and not just what you were, had so deeply ingrained in you from childhood. It's really important. You don't want to live someone else's truth. You want to live your own truth. And the only way you can do that is to be your authentic self. And Archangel Michael wants to remind us to be very clear with our intentions. As we are manifesting or calling into our life different things, we don't want to say, oh, if we're looking, let's say we're looking for, a spouse. We don't want to say, well, I sure don't want someone who blah, 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 because that's putting out completely the opposite kind of energy that you want to. You want to be very, very clear with what you desire, and you need to focus on that. That's why affirmations are great. That's why affirmations are so great. You know, I am happy, healthy, and wise. That is a powerful statement. You know, you don't want to say, I don't want to be sick. I am happy, healthy, and wise. And then you put out that wonderful positive statement, and the universe, what does it do? It matches the energy of that statement, and then it brings it to you. That is how you draw it to you. That's how you attract it to you. You know, it's not hard like a lot of people think. But now, of course, you have to be very clear. You have to be very, very clear with your intentions. And you also have to make sure you don't have any blocks that's keeping the good from coming to you. Now, there was a time when I had, several. And one of my main ones is that I felt I wasn't worthy, you know. So doing affirmations that I am worthy of all the good coming to me helped me tremendously. And, it's like fireworks going off inside of you when you actually realize what it is that's at the root of what's holding you back, what's at the very core of that. And that was what it was for me. I felt I wasn't worthy. Now, I can't relate anything in this lifetime to that, but I can in some other lifetimes that I've remembered. And, we carry that with us. We carry that from lifetime to lifetime. And this is the time now, for whatever reason, that we need to be healing all that stuff. We have a lot of baggage that we've brought with us. And a lot of times it's not easy to figure out exactly where it came from, but we can still heal it. We still can. And look at this. Expecting miracles. Miracles. And it says, miracles are blossoming in my life. What a beautiful statement that is. Miracles are blossoming in my life. And what is a miracle? It's so funny that card came up because I wrote about that in, I believe it's my next book, The ABCs of Forgiveness. And what is a miracle? It's something that we feel is humanly impossible. That's what a lot of people feel. But if you really look at it, miracles are everywhere all the time. But if you don't believe that, you're not expecting to see a miracle, you never will. A flower blooming is a miracle. Could you or I make that happen? No. We can cut it, put it in some water and nurse it and nurture it, and it will bloom, but we're not making it bloom. We don't make the sun come out every day. That's a miracle in itself, right? Think about all the things in your life every single day, that are a miracle. And deep inner knowing is emerging within me. Deep inner knowing. It says awakening ancient wisdom. And all of our ancestors that have gone before us, you can call them in to help you and to assist you. They have so much knowledge and so much wisdom. And they're always there to help us, just like our angels and guides. You can call them in at any time. Ask them to form a protective circle around you, that only the highest vibrations of love and light can come in. You will feel protected. You really will. You will feel the protection. You can call on them anytime. So everybody's been kind of feeling the same way. I know, I think I may have mentioned this before. Most of you are on here, but I am doing a masterclass Saturday on how to self-publish your book. And I'm going to go over stuff, about how to self-publish it, where to put it, what platforms and such. But I'm also going to go over, what needs to go in the book and all the steps you need to take. So it's going to be really informative. Plus, you'll have a Q&A session at the end, so you can ask questions. So if you've ever thought before that you might want to write a book, if you are writing a book, if you're just journaling and maybe one day all of those thoughts and ideas will be put into a book. Go ahead and sign up for the class. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. Now, this month has been going by really, really fast, and today's the 18th. The class is this Saturday, the 21st, so it's pretty quick. So, go ahead and go over there, and Tiffany put up the link for it, and you can go ahead and get signed up. If you have any questions or anything, you can feel free to message me. I'd be happy to answer any questions for you. So, how's everybody doing out there this week, besides being so tired? I know I can't even believe this month is more than half over. It's absolutely insane how quick it's going by. I was looking at my calendar today, and it's not that long, not that really that far until Christmas. Kids are going back to school now, right about now, and pretty soon. I've noticed before when my grandkids start back to school, it's like boom, all of a sudden it's Halloween, and then Thanksgiving, then Christmas, and then it's the end of the year. And once they start school, it seems to go by so much faster because they're always so busy doing stuff. So that's pretty exciting. And I will tell you guys, last year, when I first started doing my show in December last year, I did 2 shows in December, and then we had the holiday break. Well, my second show, I did a bunch of giveaways for Christmas. And I started in April, it was either April or May, started making my list for my Christmas show this year. I love Christmas time. I love giving away stuff, and I'm already planning on that. So you guys will make sure you don't want to miss that in December. That's a long ways off, I understand, but I'm just putting that out there for you so you guys will remember. Okay. I open my soul to grace. Emerging with grace. That's beautiful. Now, if anybody would like a card, just let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to pull a card or two for you. I love these ones with the affirmations. Does anybody out there, do any of you guys use affirmations? Hi, Carol Ann. Nice to see you. Do you guys use affirmations at all? I know they can be very beneficial and very powerful. And my mom, I had always told my mom about, how the power of affirmations. And when she was sick, she had me write out an affirmation for her, and we would put it on her mirror in the bathroom. We put it on here, this place and that place. So she would always see it, and she would always, repeat it to herself every day over and over, every time she saw it. And, I think it really helped her a lot. I think it really helped her feel better than, she would have. And she would always focus on the positive. And that, oh, goodness. Carolyn says, hi, Ruth. No, I don't, but I'll try to replace negative thoughts with more positive thoughts. Well, that's a good idea, Carolyn, because you want to make sure you bring all that positive stuff to you instead of, drawing the negative. There's enough negativity in the world. We don't need to try and bring it to ourselves. Okay, Carolyn, I will gladly get you a card. Now, these ones have beautiful affirmations on them. And let's see, what card would the angels like you to have, Carol Ann? And Carol Ann's show is on tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, and that's in the Psychic Flow. And will you be by yourself this week, Carol Ann, or do you have a guest this week? 'Cause I don't even know. But Carol Ann's show is really awesome. She talks to those that have crossed over, and that's a very fun show. Okay, Carol Ann. Oh, Carol Ann, accepting what is. Oh, she has Kelly Jo Psychic joining her. Oh, that'll be a great show. Here's a good one for you, Carol Ann. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. Look at that. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. Accepting what is. And sometimes it's hard to do that, isn't it? Because we don't want things the way they are. We want them the way we want them to be. So I feel like you need to let loose a little bit more as far as kind of going with the flow and letting things happen the way they're supposed to, Carol Ann. When we try to control it like that and don't let things just naturally flow and come about in their own way, we kind of put that stagnant energy in there because we're trying to stop the flow. So we don't want to do that. So just be more accepting of things just the way they are, because that's the way they're supposed to be. If they weren't supposed to be that way, they wouldn't, right? Okay. Yep. Sarah said Carol Ann is amazing. Yes, she is. Okay. Let's see here. I think I've missed a couple people here, a couple messages. Okay. Devin would like a card. Been really busy with farming and work. Joyce says she uses affirmations every night and morning. When I miss doing them, I feel it. Oh, yep, I get that, Joyce. Okay, let's see. Devin. We need a card for Devin. Devin. Oops. Manifesting dreams. Look at that, Devin. Now look at that picture. Look at that beautiful harvest. It says, my dreams are coming true. And what a beautiful affirmation for you. My dreams are coming true. See, this is what we've been talking about, manifesting. And how appropriate that card came up for you, Devin. And the picture. I mean, does that not remind you of, a farm? You see that big, beautiful harvest there. That's because your dreams are coming true. That's a good affirmation for you to repeat. My dreams are coming true. My dreams are coming true. And just watch how easily they unfold. Manifesting is only difficult work when we don't believe it. We can say, or if we have blocks, we could say, oh yeah, I believe that. I believe I can do that. But you really, your heart's not really in it. You're not really invested in it. But when we are, it's amazing how quickly things can happen. Sarah is next and would like a card. Super Space Cookie. All right, Sarah. Oh, and I would like to say happy birthday, a belated happy birthday to Christine Euchre, I believe is the last name. She had a birthday a couple days ago, so we want to wish her a happy birthday. Okay, here we go, Sarah. Igniting courage. And we've been talking about courage. And it says, I am strong, valiant, and courageous. You are strong, valiant, and courageous, Sarah. And you really are. And I sometimes feel like you don't really realize how strong and courageous you are. You've got so many new things coming up for you. And, you're strong, not just in a physical sense, though. You're strong emotionally. You're strong spiritually. And you need to remember that. You need to remember that. And now we have Joyce. Oh, wow. Joyce. 2 cards just fell out of the deck for you, Joyce. Dwelling in truth. And this says, I stand in the light of truth. Now, how beautiful is that? And you stand in your own truth, your authentic self. And you soar into excellence. And you're going to be exceeding your own expectations of yourself. And, I feel like you're peeling away so many layers, Joyce, and you're getting down to the core of who you are. And that's a beautiful thing. I feel like you're doing a lot of healing, and it's going to be reflected in every area of your life. Sarah says that Carol Ann is amazing. Yes, she is. Okay. Devin, you're very welcome. Carolyn said, oh no, accepting what is. LOL. I am starting to accept my inner majesty. Okay, will do. Well, that's awesome. Melissa, I would love a card. Oh, Melissa, opening to love. My heart is open. I feel like your heart is wide open, Melissa. You give so much love to so many people. Don't forget to give that same love to yourself. It's easy to love other people, isn't it? I mean, for all of us, it's an easy thing to do. But it's not always so easy to have that same kind of love for ourselves, which I know we were talking about earlier. But just always keep your heart open. That heart chakra is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Just keep it open and keep letting that love flow. Tama would like a card. Let's see. Carolyn said, thank you for a lovely message. So true. And she said, thank you, Sarah. Okay. Okay, so we're with Tama. Now let's see what they would like you to know, Tama. Whew. It's been raining here today and quite a few thunderstorms. I heard Melissa mention, I think it was on the spiritual message circle, about how loud the thunder has been lately. Let me tell you, it was really loud today. Okay, Tama, looking deeper. Look at all those beautiful symbols. And it says, deep within me is a majestic radiance. Look deeper. Look deeper into your soul. Look deeper into what you believe. Feel it. Acknowledge it. Live it. We can all look deeper into ourselves for answers. And the easiest way to do that is when we're silent, when we're quiet, because that's when we can hear. We can hear our soul speak to us. We can hear the divine. We can hear the angels. But we have to be quiet to do that. And we can just sit in silence. We can meditate. You can put the headphones on with some healing music, and it all quiets our mind. You know, that is something that I meant to mention earlier too. I've noticed that since I've been experiencing all this tiredness and everything, it's almost like my brain or my mind has been really tired too. And like most of the time, there's like a million things going on in my head. And lately, it's like there's nothing. It's like it's just very still, very calm, very quiet, which is very unusual for me. So I'm guessing that it's like this on every level, you know, not just physical, but, you know, this quietness, this tiredness, this slowing down. And, you know, in a way, it kind of feels good. I'll be kind of glad, though, when, you know, the energy speeds up a little bit. Because I like to feel energetic. I don't like necessarily feeling so tired all the time. Okay. Caroline said, dwelling in truth. She loves that. Devin said, speaking of dreams, I had one the other night where I flew out of the bed fighting the bad guys. Needless to say, I woke up on the floor when I landed on the floor. Oh my goodness. So it was pretty real for you then, Devin. That's pretty cool. Sarah said, thank you. I'll work on remembering that. Joyce said, thank you so much. Lots of quiet time. Hi, Jill. Nope, you're not late. You're just right on time. You got here right when you needed to. And thank you so much for your super sticker, Jill. I really appreciate that. And I will pull a card for you. I've been talking about affirmations and manifesting and all this intense energy that we've been having lately. And let's see what we have for Jill. Jill. Being in the flow. And this says, I am in the flow of the universe. And we always want to go in the flow, don't we? We don't want to fight the flow. We don't want to try to swim upstream. We just want to go gently downstream with the water, with the way it flows. And this card also came up for you, proceeding softly. And it says, my inner power grows in moments of quietude. And that's what we were just saying, sitting in the stillness, sitting in the quiet, going deep within. That's when we hear all the answers, isn't it? In that quiet solitude. I like that word, quietude. I don't think I've heard that before. Oh, Tama said, thank you, Ruth. There is so much going on in my mind lately, trying to slow down more. Well, that's good. That's good. I think my mind has really slowed down a lot, which is very weird for me. But there has been so much going on lately that I think I really needed the rest. Because my mind will go, a mile a second and think of all the things that I should be doing or need to be doing. And it just hasn't been like that lately with all of this exhaustion and, all of that stuff. Now, I just want to remind you guys, because I know some of you weren't here when I made some announcements at the beginning, but next week I'm going to have a special guest, and her name is Stacy Erickson. And Stacy has a wonderful show on Goldylocks Productions called Stacy and Company. She's been on a little break lately, but she's going to come and be my special guest next week. And she is an inspirational medium, an animal intuitive, and she connects with other realms. And she has done these really awesome unicorn and dragon readings. Like, she can actually see your unicorn or dragon, and she'll give you like a total description, tell you what everything means, and hopefully we can get her to do some of those next week, because I know a lot of you probably haven't seen her, because her show is on in the early afternoon. So that should be a lot of fun. And you're welcome, Jill. And Sarah said, yay to Stacy joining you. Miss her. I know, me too. A while ago on her show, she was letting people know that she was going to do some animal readings. And she wanted you to send your picture in, a picture of your animal. And she would do your animal reading. And she did one for my dog, my little baby, Maggie. And it was just such a beautiful, beautiful reading. She told me how happy Maggie was and how much Maggie loved me and how we are connected at the heart. And it was just such a beautiful reading. And that's exactly how my little dog is too. I mean, she will hardly ever leave my side. She follows me everywhere I go. She follows me, I go to do laundry, she's right there. I go in the kitchen to get coffee, she's right there. I go to the bathroom, she's right there. She follows me everywhere. I cannot be out of her sight. And she is the sweetest, sweetest little baby ever. And I know we all love animals. Animals are amazing creatures. And the beautiful thing about animals, especially dogs, they are so full of unconditional love for people. I mean, they don't care what you do. They don't care who you are. All they want to do is love you. And I read one time that when you leave the house, all your dog does is sit there and, when are they coming home? When are they coming home? When are they coming home? I miss them. When are they coming home? I don't remember where I read that or who said it, but every time I go somewhere, that's what I think. The poor dog is at home, wondering if I'm ever coming back. And oh, she is just so excited. I mean, look at how your dogs greet you when you come home. They are so excited to see you. You know, they just smother you with kisses and jump all over you, and you know, you're their whole world. We are their whole world, and they're great companions for us. Um, I love my doggie so much. Um, so, do any of you out there? Do any of you journal? Do any of you write down? You know, like when you have a dream, do you keep track of it? Do you remember your dreams? I mean, I know most of the time I don't. I've always wished I would, but very rarely. I mean, there's a few dreams, maybe like a handful, my whole entire life that stick out to me that I can remember. I did have like a reoccurring dream when I was a child that was like a scary dream, but you know, what kid doesn't? Of course, took place in a basement, which when I was a kid, basements were pretty scary places. But it wasn't like it was anything like people that I know. It was like TV characters that were scary at the time when I was a kid. And that was about it. But I have had some dreams that I've remembered. Like I remember I had a dream about my grandma a couple times, you know, probably about 5 or 10 years after she passed away. But I kind of question whether that was a dream, because what it was in my dream was that my grandma, like I knew in my dream that my grandma had passed, but she came back to see me. And I could smell her, I could feel her, um, everything. So when I woke up, I felt like I had been with her. And I had quite a few, like maybe 3 or 4 dreams like that about her, you know, probably 20, 30 years ago. Because she passed away when I was in my early 20s. Because I only had my first daughter then. And we were like really close. And she lived like 5 blocks from us the whole time I was growing up. So we saw her all the time. So I feel like I had a really special bond with her. And so I felt like when I had those dreams about her, that it was her visiting me or me visiting her, whichever, because it felt that intense and it felt that real. And I can remember waking up, and the first thought when I woke up that morning was, wow, I just visited with her. I didn't feel like it was a dream. And how many times do you guys have dreams like that? You know, where they don't feel like they're a dream, but like maybe you went somewhere while you were sleeping. And, you know, some people astral travel. Who's to say, you know, we're not doing that? Or and, you know, visiting with relatives that have passed. I mean, we don't really know. I think it's a nice thing to think about, though. So, let's see if I have any other announcements here. I think that was all my announcements. Okay. So does anybody have any questions or, you know, comments or anything? Make sure if I missed you, please let me know if you want a card. I think I got everybody, but I'm not positive. Sometimes it goes, oh, Anita, because sometimes it goes by really, really, the thing scrolls really fast, and I don't like missing people. Let's see, Anita. My sweet, beautiful friend Anita. One of the sweetest, nicest women I've ever known. Just a sweetheart. Everybody loves her. We used to work together many, many years ago. And I've never heard anybody say one negative thing about that sweet lady. Okay, letting go, Anita. Letting go. Oh, there's the fish going right down the river. It says, I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. And that's how life goes, isn't it? Just kind of ups and downs, in and out. Burping again. And then we have to just kind of ride the waves, right? Just ride along with it. And when we do, things move so much easier. So when we try to fight against it, that life is so hard. We're always going to have change in our life. That's like the only thing that's really constant is change. We can't always control how it happens, but what we can control is the way we react to it. And fighting it, it's inevitable. We can't fight it because it's still going to happen whether we want it to or not. And yeah, we can make different choices sometimes. And but even when we don't make a choice, that we're making a choice. Because if you are looking at two things, like say you get 2 job opportunities, you're like, well, I can't pick. You don't pick any, you are making a choice. You are still making a choice. So think about that. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh. Hi, Robin. Oh, you're welcome, Anita. She says, that is so true. I am bad about fighting change. Oh, Devin says, the older I have gotten, the more vivid the dreams I have. Oh, that's nice. That's okay, Robin. You can always watch the replay. I'm glad you're here. Hope you're doing good. And I'm going to get you a card here. I've been talking about manifesting and affirmations and all this amazing energy. And Robin, I think you might have mentioned to me, I think you're the other person. I had several people mention to me that they are interested in taking that how to self-publish your book class. And there was one person I couldn't remember who had told me about it, but I think it was you. So I just wanted to let you know that it's this Saturday. So you need to get yourself signed up if you still want to do it. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. There'll be plenty of time for, questions and answers at the end. Robin, embracing the future. And here's a great affirmation for you. I step into the future with an open heart. I step into the future with an open heart. That's exciting, Just saying stepping into the future. It's not like you're just letting things happen to you or happen for you, but you're taking control. You're stepping into your future. You are in control. You're stepping into your power. You're empowering yourself. And that's a beautiful thing. When we live in that place and we are our authentic self, we are living in our power and we do empower ourselves. And when people see us doing that, that empowers them to do the same thing. And then our light just gets brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. And never be afraid to shine your light. Never be afraid to shine your light. Because it's beautiful and it's you. And some people may not be able to handle it. Doesn't mean you don't have to, doesn't mean that you don't do it. Eventually, maybe they'll rise up and start shining their light more. Be an inspiration. Oh, Robin says, thank you. You are amazing. Well, I think you're pretty amazing too. She says, I am taking control and was talking about this earlier. Now, how cool is that, Robin? I just love that. Hi, Richard. I have a beautiful card for you, mister. Let's see. You guys should check out Robin's Facebook page, Cosmic Soul Food, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Robin does amazing readings. She does these beautiful charm readings. She was on my show a couple of weeks ago, and it was so much fun. Richard, here is your card. Awakening Ancient Wisdom. Deep inner knowing is emerging within me. deep inner knowing is emerging within me. I feel like so much stuff is coming up for you, Richard. Stuff, I feel like a lot of things have been healed and moved out of the way. And now all of this new information is coming up within you. And I feel like you're getting so much spiritual information. And this is a huge time of growth for you. That's what I'm feeling, Richard. And Robin says, validation, yes. And don't you just love when that happens? You know, every week after the show, I'll be on social media and I'll be scrolling and I will find a meme that someone has just posted that's like word for word something I said. And then I'm like, oh, wow. And it just like validates that, yes, that's what I was supposed to say. And it just gives me so much confirmation. And this has happened to me every single week since I first started doing my show. And I love it when stuff like that happens, Robin, when you get validation for something that you're thinking or feeling or believing, but you're just not 100% there. You know, you're like 99.9 even. But then you get that validation and it's like, oh, yes, I knew this. But I just didn't trust it 100%. It's just amazing when that happens. And let's see. Robin says, Sarah says, Robin does fantastic readings. Yes, she does. And Robin said she's looking for someone to help her with a real website. And Tiffany said, yes, Robin is amazing. She is. If there's anybody out there that can help Robin with a website, I assume you mean like, like designing it and all of that. I will give you, after the show, Robin, I'll give you some information on mine. The thing I went with made it really, really easy. I did it all myself. And everything I know about a computer, I've taught myself. I've learned on my own. And, you know, I don't claim to know a ton of stuff. There's so much I don't even know about my own cell phone. I'm sure it's got lots of things it can do that I don't even have a clue about yet. And I've had it for years. But I can usually figure out what I need to. And I was able to build my website all by myself. And it wasn't that hard. And the place I used has extremely fantastic customer service. They will walk you through everything. So I've never had any experience doing anything like that, but I was able to do it. So I'll send you the information that I have if that will help, Robin. And let's see. Yes, a designer. Okay. Yeah, some of them are pretty user friendly, even for people that have never done anything like that. So I'm going to leave you guys with one last message tonight, and see what that message is going to be. Oh, my inner power grows in moments of quietude, proceeding softly. And we do want to do that. We don't want to just rush into anything. We don't want to come in there like gangbusters. We want to sit in that quiet space. And I know this card has come up 2 or 3 times tonight now. My inner power grows in moments of quietude. Quiet solitude. You're welcome, Robin. And, when we sit in that space of quietude and we listen and we don't try to force anything, we just let the information come to us, it really helps us. It helps us to heal. It helps us to validate ourselves and information that we might be receiving. It just helps us on every level. I highly encourage that. Just sitting in quiet or sitting, with your healing music in your headphones where you can tune out everything else. Or if you can go sit out in nature for a little bit where, without a lot of noise around, or even with your headphones there. Being outside is always very healing. Well, guys, it looks like we're out of time for tonight. I hope you will make sure you join me next week with my special guest, Stacey Erickson. You guys have a great week. And don't forget to sign up for my class on Saturday, because it's going to be here before you know it. Thank you all for coming, and I will see you next week. I love you.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron.
Receive exclusive access to live stream special and
Other epic perks.
join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.